And Wickman told the guy, if you can find your ass with both hands, we'll let you go.
He couldn't. Remember, man, good times. Never happened to Wickman anyway.
He's a palace guard now. One of the Patriarch's finest.
Wickman? The Patriarch's finest? The guy who pissed in the punch bowl at Kenner's wedding.
Won't give you the time of day now. Got his nose so high in the air he trips over the furniture.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Train Zhang, Rangers. I've brought a message from Angela Deth. Yep. I bet we just miss each other back home. My husband, Jason, and I left California with Colonel Deth when she returned to AZ. Jason opened his gun shop at HQ, and I signed on. Then Angela picked me for the Colorado Advance team, and I've been here ever since. Missing Jason like crazy, but that's the life of a Ranger, right? My real name is Connie. But my husband always calls me Choo Choo Train, because my maiden name was Choo. Somehow, the other guys in my unit found out about this, and now everybody calls me Train. I'm getting used to it. Colonel Deth has info for you that's too sensitive for the airwaves. She wants a face-to-face. Sent me to arrange it. Colonel Deth will give you the details, but Liberty Buchanan is getting ready to make her move on her father. And the army she's assembled, well, let's just say they're probably not going to be very worried about collateral damage. The Colonel has intel that will help you stop Liberty before she pulls the trigger. She doesn't have much reason to trust you, does she? Despite her showing you the Patriarch's bad side, you're still following his orders. She's not going to put her head in the lion's mouth. If you want to meet her, it'll have to be on neutral ground. The House of the Hoon family. Just your squad. Nobody else. Will you come? Thanks, Rangers. I'll be here until you get back.
Team November, we've got trouble. Scar collectors are attacking the perimeter at multiple points. We're coordinating the defense now, but we need all hands on deck.
Will do. So, you left the monster army in charge at the bazaar. Okay. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right?
Not sure everyone will be happy about my mouth.
Rangers, come out and play! Liberty says, thanks for dealing with her brothers. Now, deal with this. Let's party! I look down on you!
best way to begin an engagement.
what matters? What matters now? Protecting what matters. Heard you killed that synth that was hiding downtown.
Looks like we ain't dying here after all.
Don't jinx it. We ain't home yet. They put us back on rotation, we'll get plenty of chances.
Better than sitting around here. Came all the way to Colorado. Guess I'd like to see some of the place before we go home again.
Yeah, all I've seen so far is cold walls and locked doors.
What do you need, Rangers? That's what you pay me for. Have a seat. I won't. I never do.
Hey, it's our rescuers.
We're a couple of old survivors, but we'd be dead if it wasn't for you guys. So thanks.
Maybe some of our survivors' luck will rub off on you now. Return the favor, right? I'm fine, except I ain't been warm since I got out of that cooler. I want to make a bonfire and curl up in it, and I ain't sure even that would be enough.
Yeah, I'm all right too. My bruises are turning interesting colors, but they always do that.
I guess you know what you're doing, but I got family dying back home, so whatever gets us to paid is what I want. The quicker, the better.
I wouldn't piss on this patriarch fuck if he was on fire.
Me neither. Pendejo can rot for all I care.
But if doing his dirty work saves Arizona, well then, I say we hold our noses and do it.
I'm an Atchison. Rail Nomad was just coming together when Ranger Citadel got nuked. Now it's worse than it ever was. Atchisons and Topekans at each other's throats, fighting over all the food we ain't got. Gonna be nobody left there if we don't get back soon.
I got no people except the Rangers. They took me in when no one else would. I can't fail them. I just can't.
Stay strong, November.
What are you doing? Angie wanted these boys in the ground, not in jail.
Didn't I have a bottle just now?
Come on! I'm not going near you, you sick psycho! Oh, come on! It itches so bad!
Thanks again for not killing me.
You'll just grab me and try to
This
choke
is
me
much
again.
better.
Oh, what do you mean again?
So
fucking
just
bored!
giving you a hug last time.
Why do I still have bruises on my
I'd be out
neck?
of here in 10 seconds if I had my tools.
A roof is a roof, I guess. A roof is a roof, I guess.
Wonder if we can remove that door. Maybe decorate a little. Might feel more like a home in here. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
Oh, my head. Need a little painkiller.
Here you found some of the Patriarch's enemies on the black site of the Broadmoor. You read the last issue of the Colorado Patriot?
Would you rather freeze to
Rangers
death?
rescue Val Buchanan in bloody assault.
You're a barrel of
Giffers
monkeys,
routed
huh?
and slain.
Come on, answer the question.
All right. Gone.
When's the last time anyone saw the Patriot? He was down at the old airbase to greet the Rangers. I heard he fired his doctor. Maybe he didn't like the diagnosis.
That safe was my mom. If you think you can guess it, I don't mind.
My dearest Lucia, I pray this message finds its way to you, as it is the last I am ever likely to give. Whatever becomes of us, you mustn't blame yourself. I know you would have wanted to be here at the end, but I am glad you are not.
Open the door, Wesson! Time to face justice!
Your mother and I love you very much, and we are so proud of the woman you've become. You are destined for great things, Miss Lucille Wesson. I regret that I shall not live to...
Oh, God!
How did shit heels like you folks get so famous?
You're not visiting Laura's grave again, are you?
I might. I'd like to leave some flowers down there.
You didn't actually like her, did you?
Oh, God, no. But the Patriot...
I know we've met before, Rangers, but it is extremely rude to break into a man's house unannounced. Let me express my gratitude for saving both my brother Eston and my son Bellamy. I thought I'd never see them again. But you brought both of them home. This is a token of my thanks. May I help you with something? Goodbye, Rangers.
Lucia, I'm so sorry.
Wasn't anything you could have done, Melanie. You know that.
Babysitting broken bones. Bullshit! Val Buchanan was always delicate. Glad you're caring.
I heard Mr. Howe found himself a pretty blonde thing.
The faithful will float.
Down in front!
I got back safe, Rangers. Thanks to you. We've been hoping to stop by.
Hardy told me all about how you saved him. The good Lord is with you, Rangers. Don't ever doubt that. You worked a true miracle in Aspen. Please, take this donation, Rangers. I'd say it isn't much, but that'd be a lie. Well, hun, it's like this. We believe there have been 2 deluges so far. The deluge of water sent by God, and the deluge of fire sent by man. Each time the wicked were purged, and the righteous, like you and me, were saved. Now, the final deluge. Well, no one knows much about that, though everyone has their theories. But we believe that a strong leader, that's the Patriarch, can take us through it unharmed. And he's already off to such a grand start. He found you, and you saved Hardy. No, you've already done more than we can repay. Let me see who... Allie Blue? Aunt Allie? My goodness, of course! I'd love to read this. Blue is my maiden name. Back in the old days, the Blues and the Knoxes hated each other. Old Aunt Allie almost shot me when I told her I was gonna marry Hardy. I always wanted to know what things were like back then. Thank you, Rangers. Let me give you something for this. May the good Lord keep you safe.
Our business is done.
Let us pray for those lost in the Dorsey attack. Especially is your soul prepared for the deluge to come?
Welcome, Rangers!
The Patriarch likes it quiet.
so...
Have you found victory yet, Rangers? Then what are you here for? Dealt with? How? What? Not a chance. You said you dealt with victory. Tell me how. Good. He's done enough damage as it is. He was my heir, if you can believe it, until I realized he was never going to grow out of hurting people. Exiling him was the best of two bad options. The families wanted his head. Still, anyway, I promised you a reward. Here it is. Now, what else? Talk then. My hands don't shake. It better be. What else? Huh. That rumor just keeps coming back year after year. I have no need for secret prisons, Rangers. All prisoners in Colorado stay in ordinary jails. And if your baseless suspicions lead you to go snooping around this lovely neighborhood, bothering my finest citizens, I'll put you in one. Understood? Fine. You expect me to care more this time than I did last time? What's the complaint now? Nelius. I always planned to turn this nation over to the people when it was stronger. But Nelius refused to wait. He called for revolution, turned family against family, weakened us. I couldn't allow that. The survival of Colorado is more important than one family. Or one idea. You recall the private prison I said I didn't have? That was in obfuscation. I do have such a prison, and it was raided recently. Know anything about that? One of my highest valued prisoners is missing, and I'd like to know what happened to him. You... what? Ironclad Cordite is one of the most dangerous enemies I've ever fought, and you... why? You make a good point. Win or lose, Cordite's bid for power will make a mess of her forces. Good call. You have my blessing to use him. Just keep him on a tight leash. But that doesn't excuse you breaking into my property and killing my employees. I've given you wide latitude, Rangers, but this is out of bounds. Another offense like this and we're done. Got it? Get out of my sight.
I can't believe I'm stuck with this assignment.
There's a
Did you
stealth
just give me
Scar
a
Collector assault.
ticket?
Attackers killed to the last man.
Maybe I'll join the marshals. I do like roughing people up.
You get drummed out a second, Frankenfot.
Yeah, for the worst. Seriously. Why would you even want to live with a bunch of uptight muckanees?
Colonel Deth will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too careful these days, right? Glad we have an understanding. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. 1 sec. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Remember when you chose to follow the Patriarch's orders instead of saving those folks Erastus threatened to slaughter? I figured we'd meet here so you could see what was left of them. I know Woodson told you to do Buchanan's bidding, but to my mind, it ain't the Ranger way to help the powerful ahead of the helpless. 'Cause things like this happen. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you. I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. Since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, what with you not taking Saul's sons out like I asked, I'm guessing we've got different ideas about how things in Colorado should play out. But I'm still hoping you'll come around, November. So here's the deal. As my friends and I see it, 2 things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second... Scar collectors. Well, well, speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
Got my sights on the flanks! was awesome!
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too. I love the people of Arizona. Arizona is my home. But are you willing to save lives there at the expense of lives here? Are you okay sending home food spattered with innocent blood? The Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning, without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend we're heroes if we do his dirty work to get it? Sorry, I had this argument with General Woodson 100 times. A sure deal was more important to him than a moral one. That's why the advance team went dark and decided to do this on our own. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up. And why we're here now, asking you for help. Thanks for hearing me out. Let's talk about Liberty first. I've got to hand it to her. Daddy's little girl has done the impossible. She's united the boldest and baddest warlords of the Eastern Plains, and she's getting ready to lead them into Colorado. When she does, well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice, and their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Oh, I don't mind about that, so long as you change your mind about him after. So, glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Part 1, help Ironclad Cordite take control of Liberty's gangs. Then, Part 2, let him lead them all off to Kansas, where he can achieve his blood-soaked destiny without getting any on us. I know you've got him on ice back at Ranger HQ. Well, it's time to dust him off and put him to good use. Now, I'm guessing y'all have some questions. Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA, and Tax from Arizona. These others are locals who have various gripes against the Patriarch. We trained them up as best we could. Nicer bunch of folks you'll never find. Pretty simple, really. The Patriarch has spies watching Liberty's compound. If you show up, those spies will think you're there on Daddy's behalf, and they'll be happy to see you. If we show up, our plan is revealed, yeah? And that would give the Marshals a chance to button up Colorado Springs before we make our attack. They'd be waiting for us. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. For instance, we don't want the gangs coming to the party. If Cordite wants to come along and get his revenge on the Patriarch, fine. But he leaves his army at home, no matter how tight a hold he thinks he's got on him. We want to be the good guys here, so we've got to do this clean. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. Keep the peace, keep things fair. I don't see the Rangers running things. I see our job as keeping the playing field even. There's always a lot of weasels that come out of the woodwork after a big man falls, trying to grab a piece of the pie. So we're just gonna hang around, and every time a weasel pops their head up, we'll whack them. At the same time, whenever somebody comes along who tries to take care of the people, all the people, we'll help them out. But we ain't gonna be anybody's muscle. We'll answer to the people, nobody else. I admit that'll be a temptation, but we're gonna try to fight against it. I don't know what a good leader is gonna look like, but I sure as hell know what a bad one looks like. Weeding the garden. That's what we'll be doing. Just weeding the garden. All right then, what's it gonna be?
What?
Whew, there's a load off my mind. Thank you. You're gonna make all the difference. Now here's the location of Liberty's camp. Be careful when you get close. The gangs don't care much for strangers, and even less for rangers.
You mustn't do this, Rangers. Please. I am sympathetic to your cause, but I am still a loyal subject of the Patriarch. If you follow this path to its conclusion, I shall have no choice but to oppose you.
Good luck sorting it out, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
November, this is Ranger HQ. The Brainiacs at R&D just showed me some of the wild stuff they're done working on. You should come take a look when you're free. Over and out.
Saw Riley's foot wounds. You didn't do too bad a job there. What do you need, Rangers? That's what you pay me for. Have a seat. If it ain't cut, don't stitch it.
Yep, one big.
Which way to the men's? Oh, never mind.
I'm glad the refugees have a more permanent place here. Even if it's not the best place in HQ, at least they'll have good food. No, not at all! There are so many wonderful people here who truly appreciate my cooking and actually chew before swallowing. Only that everybody really likes Team November. They can't stop talking about all the great things you've done for the Rangers. Only the best ingredients for my Rangers. It's hard to bring Colorado together with the stomach full of bitter rations.
Putting the refugees in the brig was the right idea. Now lock them in until you can find a buyer. Now what do you want? I'm eating well. My wounds are healing, and the beds are soft. But I don't trust comfort. Comfort makes you weak. Comfort turns you from your path. Comfort makes you forget the important things. I need to leave this place soon. You showed Vic and Val mercy. Don't make the same mistake with Liberty. She nearly took me out. I'd shoot her as soon as you see her. And remember, I want to be there when it happens. I want her to know it's me who's taking the Scar Collectors from her. I won't seize my destiny by getting fat on your food, so yes, I'm ready.
Were you there when that merc from Vegas...
What do you need, Rangers? That's what you pay me for. Have a seat. If it ain't cut, don't stitch it.
Start saying the Rangers ain't shit. When did they start recruiting midgets and like that?
What an idiot. It's like I can finally breathe over here. Fucking refugees. About time. Let me show you.
If there's something you need, you come to me. Well, sure.
Pleased you were able to rescue so many of your comrades in Aspen. Time to take some chances and expand man's horizons. I wonder if there will be conflict. There's no more exhilarating feeling than being shot at with no result.